Hi students, how are you all? I believe you are all keeping well. Well students, in our previous session we have done with the Bonsai Life Part 1 and in today's session we are going to begin with Bonsai Life Part 2. Okay, let's begin it. From the very start, Akaya had been keen on studying, but Nanagaru did not educate her because she was not adept at oral arithmetic. Nanagaru had said, she is a girl. How will studies get into her head? And had made her discontinue her lessons, concentrating on Annaya's education. What is meant by keen? Keen is having or showing eagerness or enthusiasm. Okay, the meaning of keen is having or showing eagerness, enthusiasm, or interest. So, Amalu says from the very beginning, from the very start, Akaya had been keen on studying. Her Akaya had lot of interest towards studies. Okay, now who is the speaker of these words? It's Amalu, the younger sister of Akaya. Okay, so Akaya was, having lot of interest towards studies, but Nanagaru did not educate her. Okay, Nanagaru did not send her for studies. Okay, it's not because she was not adept at oral arithmetic. Okay, now what is meant by adept? Adept is very skillful or proficient at something. You are good at something. Okay, adept is you are good at something. Now oral arithmetic, oral, right? Oral is spoken rather than written. It's a verbal. Arithmetic is the part of mathematics that involves adding and multiplying, etc. Okay, so it is not that Akaya was not a skillful person. Okay, she was not that, she was not proficient. She was. Okay, and it is not that she was, not good at oral arithmetic. She was good at oral arithmetic, but why she was not sent for studies? Because her father thought she is a girl. How studies will get into her mind? Whose mind? Akaya's mind. Those days. Okay, those days were the days, education was not given for the girls. The importance of education was not given to the girls. Okay, so Nanagaru thought she is a girl. How the studies will get into her head? So he made her to discontinue her studies and he was concentrating more on Annaya's education. Okay, so he paid more attention towards the education of his son rather than his daughter. Clear? Because she was uneducated, she got married to a man from a village, had to look after the cattle, keep the stove clean, draw water from the well. Okay, so since Akaya was not educated, she got married to a man from the village itself. Okay, she got married to a man from the village itself and she had to look after the cattle. What is meant by look after? It is to take care. Okay, the meaning of look after is to take care. So she had to take care of the cattle, household work, like keep the stove clean, draw water from the well. So all those are household works. Okay, so Akaya was not educated. Since Akaya was not educated, she got married to a man from the village itself and she had to look after the household works only. Got it? Amma used to be very upset that Akaya had to go through such drudgery. Realizing that Akaya was upset, thinking of the past, and in an attempt to divert her mind, I led her to the balcony saying, "Come, let's go and sit outside." So Amma used to be very upset because Akaya had to go through such drudgery. Now what is meant by drudgery? Drudgery is hard, menial or dull work, boring work. Okay, she had to look after the cattle, look after the household works. Okay, because she was not educated. So Amma used to be very upset whenever she thinks of her elder daughter, that is Akaya. Okay, so what is meant by go through? Go through is undergo. Okay, so Amma used to be very upset that Akaya had to undergo lot of boring work in her life. Okay, now realizing that Akaya was upset, thinking of the past, and in an attempt to divert her mind. Now what is meant by divert? Divert is to cause something or someone to change direction, to change the mind of her sister, because her sister was very upset thinking of the past. Okay, Akaya was thinking of the past, becomes upset. So in order to change the mind of her Akaya, Amulu says, okay, Amulu says to her, Akaya, come, let's go to balcony and let's sit there. Okay, do you understand? Looking at the plants in the flower pots, Akaya mentioned that all the cucumbers, drumsticks, gongura were from their own backyard. I asked her to send some gongura seeds the next time someone came this way. Okay, so now where are they sitting? They are actually sitting in the balcony. Okay, when they sit in the balcony, they could see the garden, right? So Akaya, when she sees the garden, she finds lot of plants in the flower pots. Okay, so Akaya says, that all the cucumbers, drumsticks, gongura, the items that she brought from home to her sister's house were actually from their own garden. Okay, from their own garden. So when Akaya says that, then Amulu says, okay, to send some gongura seeds the next time when someone comes that way. It's clear? But Amulu, what's this? Why have you planted the thurai and pomegranate trees in these flower pots? See how stunted they have become. If, like flower pots, you put these trees in pots instead of letting them grow freely in the backyard, how will they grow? She asked, surprised, feeling sorry for the trees. So where are both the sisters sitting? They are actually sitting in the balcony, right? So as they were sitting in the balcony, Akaya observes something different. She sees thurai and pomegranate trees in the flower pots. Okay, so for her surprise, she sees thurai and pomegranate trees in the flower pots. So she asks her sister Amalu, what's this? Why have you planted thurai and pomegranate trees in the flower pots? Okay, who asked? Akaya asked. And Akaya says, see how stunted they have become. Now what is meant by stunted? Having been prevented from growing or developing properly. Okay, it's like prevented from growth. Okay, not allowing the proper growth. Okay, see how they have become stunted. So Akaya says, if like flower plants, you put these trees in the pots instead of letting them grow freely in the backyard, how will they grow? Okay, see, actually, trees like pomegranate trees, other big trees, we don't plant them in the pots, right? So Akaya says, you have planted these trees in the pot and you have stunted them. You are not allowing those plants to grow as big trees. And how will they grow if you plant them in the flower pots? Okay, so Akaya was surprised and she felt sorry for the trees, which means the plants are not developing properly, they are not able to grow properly, they are prevented from growing or developing properly. Okay, I burst into laughter. Akaya was perplexed. I did it on purpose. It's a special method. It is called bonsai in Japan. You can grow even a huge banyan tree in a flower pot. You can grow it even with its roots hanging down from the branches. Okay, so as Akaya was feeling sorry for the trees that were planted in the flower pots, Amalu, the younger sister of Akaya, she burst into laughter. Okay, she just laughs. And Akaya did not know why she was laughing and she was confused. What is meant by perplexed? Perplexed is, confused. Akaya was confused why her sister was laughing. And Amalu says that she had done it on purpose. Okay, she had done it on purpose. What did she do? She planted the pomegranate tree in the flower pot. So she says it is a special method, and in Japan it is called as bonsai. Okay, it is called as bonsai. Fine. So Amulu says that even we can grow a huge banyan tree in a flower pot. Have you seen banyan trees, how huge they are? So Amulu says with the help of bonsai method we can even grow a huge banyan tree in a flower pot. Okay, and she also says we can grow it even with its roots hanging down from the branches. Clear? What is meant by bonsai now? A very small tree that is grown in a small container and is stopped from growing bigger by repeated cutting, trimming. Okay, they go on trimming the plant. Clear? That's called bonsai. You have no idea how beautiful a pomegranate tree looks when you keep cutting its branches, changing the pot now and then, trimming it into a small sized tree and making it bear fruit. Do you know how carefully you have to tend this small tree? Bonsai is a great art, I said. Okay, so who is the speaker of these words? Who is I here? It is Amulu, the younger sister of Akkaya. So Amulu says that Akkaya does not have an idea of how beautifully a pomegranate looks when we keep on cutting its branches and changing the pot now and then, and trimming is to cut. Okay, trimming is cutting into small sized tree. Okay, and making it to bear fruit. Do you understand? Now, do you know how carefully you have to tend this small tree? So Amalu says to her sister, ask her sister, do you know how carefully we need to tend this small tree? Tend is to take care. Okay, to take care of, or to care for something or someone. Here it is tree, right? Okay, how we have to tend this small tree, and she says that is bonsai life. That is, bonsai is a great art. Do you understand? But it seemed as if Akaya did not appreciate what I said. I don't know. You have confined a thurai tree to a flower pot when it could have grown to the height of a building. She sighed. So after listening to her sister, but still Akkaya was not convinced. Okay, so when Amalu sees her sister, she felt as if her Akkaya was not so appreciating bonsai art. Okay, so Amalu says it seemed as if Akkaya didn't appreciate what she said. Okay, and her Akkaya says, I really don't know. You have confined a thurai tree. You have confined. Now, what is meant by confined? Confined is, limited. Okay. So, you have limited a thurai tree in the flower pot where, when it can grow as the height of a building. It can grow as a height of a building, but you have confined, you have limited the growth of thurai tree only to a flower pot. Okay, so these were the words that were spoken by her Akkaya. Okay, feeling disheartened at being unable to impress Akkaya with my bonsai, I collapsed weakly into a chair. I was most distressed, as if the entire art I had learnt had come to naught. It was like throwing perfume into ashes. What is meant by disheartened? The meaning of disheartened is to cause to lose hope, enthusiasm, or courage. Okay, become disappointed. Okay, simple, become disappointed. So feeling disappointed at being unable to impress her sister. Okay, Amlu was unable to impress her sister with her bonsai method. She collapses weakly into a chair. Now what is meant by collapse? To suddenly be unable to continue or fall down. She falls down on the chair. Okay, I was most distressed. What is meant by distressed? Very unhappy, sad, worried. Who was most distressed? It was Amalu. Why she was distressed? Because her sister was not impressed. Okay, her sister was not convinced with the bonsai method which Amalu had learnt. Okay, so unable to impress her sister with her bonsai method, Amalu feels very much disheartened. She becomes very, upset. Got it? Now, it was like throwing perfume into ashes. Okay, now do we throw perfume into ashes? No. So, Amalu says that, the method of bonsai is like, it's like compared with the perfume. Okay, so throwing perfume into ashes. Now, what is ashes? Do you understand what is ash? So, it's like, the method that she had learned is like, not given importance. Like throwing perfume into ash. Clear? Suddenly, a dust storm began to rage. The sand hit our faces harshly. I caught hold of Akaya's shoulder and dragged her into the room. Then I closed the doors and windows in a hurry. Akaya was stunned. What's all this? Everything was normal till now. Where did that dust and wind come from suddenly? What is meant by a dust storm? Dust storm is, a mass of dust and sand that has been lifted from the ground in very dry areas such as, like deserts, and that is carried by the wind. Okay, so where both the sisters were sitting, actually both of them were sitting actually in the balcony, and they were discussing about plants bonsai method. Okay, so suddenly a dust storm began to rage. Okay, and the sand hit their faces harshly. Okay, now what is meant by harshly? In a manner that is unpleasant. Okay, very rough. Okay, unpleasantly rough. So the sand hit both Amalu's and Akaya's face very unpleasantly. Okay, now Amalu caught the hold of Akaya's shoulder and she dragged her into the room. Okay, Amalu dragged Akaya into the room. Now, what is meant by dragged? Pull along forcibly or roughly or with difficulty. So, when the dust storm, began to rage, Amalu caught hold of Akaya's shoulder and she pulled her inside the room. Okay, now then I closed the doors and windows in a hurry. Who is I here? It is Amalu. So immediately she closed the doors and windows in a hurry. And Akaya was stunned. What is meant by stunned? Very shocked or surprised. Akaya was very shocked. Okay, why was she shocked? Because everything was fine. Okay, everything was normal till they were sitting in the balcony and they were talking, and suddenly when the dust storm began to rage, Akaya becomes a little stunned. Okay, she asks Amalu, but where did the dust and wind come from suddenly? Akaya asks her sister Amalu. Clear? You have thought roads too, she said. This is how it is in the big city, my dear. Before we know what is happening, the storm brings all the sand from the Rajasthan desert and hits our face. I had not completed my sentence when I could hear the rain beginning to fall. I opened the door and pulled the bonsai tree pots and flower pots inside under the canopy. So Akaya says, why this dust storm? Because you have thawed oats too. And Amalu says, this is how in the big cities. This is how in the big cities, and the storm brings all the sand from the Rajasthan desert and it hits their faces. Okay, and before she could complete her sentence, Amalu heard some noise. What is that noise? It started to rain. I had not completed my sentence when I could hear the rain beginning to fall. Who is the speaker of these words? It is Amalu. So before she could complete the sentence, she heard some noise. It was a rainfall. Okay, so Amalu, she quickly opened the door and pulled the bonsai tree pots and flower pots inside under the canopy. Now what is meant by canopy? Canopy is a cover fixed over something for shelter. Canopy is a cover fixed over something for shelter. So when it started to rain, Amalu immediately pulls all the bonsai plants inside under the canopy. Okay. Akaya opened a side window and looked at the streets to observe the weather in the Indian capital. Look, Amalu, look there, she said. A new enthusiasm seemed to have crept into her voice. I looked eagerly through the window towards the street. I couldn't understand what she meant. So Akaya opened side window and looked into the streets to observe how the weather in the capital city, Indian capital city. Okay, and immediately she called her sister, Amalu, look here. Okay, Amalu, look there, she said. A new enthusiasm seemed to have crept into her voice. Okay, now what is meant by enthusiasm? It's intense and eager enjoyment or interest or approval. Okay, so there was a tone of enthusiasm in her voice. Okay, a tone of enthusiasm crept into her voice. Now what is meant by crept? Crept is actually the past tense of creep. Okay, so the meaning of creep is to move quietly or slowly. So there was enthusiasm creeping in her voice, crept into her voice when she called her sister to look outside the window. Okay, I looked eagerly through the window towards the street. Okay, I looked eagerly through the window towards the street. Who is the speaker of these words? It is Amalu. So Amalu, when her Akaya calls her to observe the outside through the window, Amalu comes and she sees. She looked eagerly through the window to see what was actually happening in the street. Okay, but Amalu, she couldn't understand what her sister meant, what her Akkaya meant. She didn't understand. Okay. I looked at her and said, what is it? Look at that tree. Look at how many people are standing under it without getting wet, she said, as if it was something out of the ordinary. I saw nothing unusual in it. Okay, so when her Akkaya says, okay, look there, and Amalu was unable to understand what her sister was trying to mean or trying to tell her. So Akaya again she says, okay, she tells her, look at that tree. Okay, look at that tree. How many people are standing under the tree without getting wet? Okay, how they are taking shelter under the tree not to get wet. Okay, and Amalu, she did not find anything special in that. Okay, she says, as if it was something out of the ordinary. She says it is it's a normal, right? And Amalu says that she saw nothing unusual in it. It was not something very special. It was ordinary. It was normal. Okay. Realizing that I had not understood what she was getting at, she said again, look how tall that thurai has grown. Out in the open, see how freely it has grown. However powerful the sandstorm, it hasn't bowed a little bit. Moreover, it has provided shelter to so many people and it is protecting them. So Akaya realized that Amalu did not understand what she was trying to tell her. So Akaya says, look how tall that thurai has grown. Because the thurai was planted in the open area. Okay, so Akaya says, look how tall that thurai has grown, and out in the open, see how freely it has grown. Okay, how freely it has grown. And she also says, however powerful the sandstorm, it hasn't bowed a little bit. Okay, however the sandstorm, how powerful, how mighty it was, but the Thurai did not bend itself. It withstood the sandstorm, okay, and provided shelter to so many people, and it is protecting them. Okay, so that was the thing Akaya was observing. Okay, she observes and she calls her sister and she says, look at that thurai tree which is planted in the open area, and no sandstorm could affect that thurai because it is growing freely, and it is able to withstand the sandstorm, and even it is providing shelter for many people, and it is protecting them. That was the thing that she was observing outside, and she asked her sister also to see, but beginning she was unable to understand, but now Amulu understands it. Okay, imagine how many would find respite from the hot sun under its shade. What's so surprising about that? I asked. Not that it is surprising, Amalu. Look at the bonsai you have tended so lovingly. It looks proper and sweet like a housewife. So Akaya says, imagine how many people would find respite. Okay, respite is a short period of rest. Okay, a short period of rest. People, how many people would rest under the shade of the tree? Okay, so when Akaya says that, then Amuli says, what is so surprising? It's normal, right? When it is too hot, people go under a shade and rest. And then Akaya says, not that is surprising, Amalu. And she says that, look at bonsai you have tended so lovingly. Okay, Akaya reminds about the bonsai method that Amalu has learned. Okay, look at that bonsai you have tended so lovingly. It looks proper and it looks sweet like a housewife. Okay, now what is connection between bonsai and housewife? Here bonsai is dependent. Okay, you remember when it started raining, Amulu runs in outside to bring all bonsai flower pots inside and places them under canopy, right? They are independent, sorry, they are dependent. Okay, they are not able to withstand. So Akaya says housewives are like bonsai. Okay, they are always dependent on their husbands. Okay, they are always dependent. Clear? But see how delicate it is. You have to tend it very carefully. It can't even withstand a small dust storm or squall. When it is dependent on someone, how can it provide shelter to anyone? Isn't it because of the difference in the way one brings up a boy and a girl that a woman's life is like that of a bonsai? So Akaya says that the method of bonsai is very delicate, and she had to tend it very carefully. Okay, she has to show lot of caring for the plants. But what is happening? It cannot even withstand. It cannot even resist, remain undamaged when there is a small dust storm or squall. Squall is a strong wind. It won't be able to withstand when there is a dust storm or squall. So Akaya says, when it is dependent on someone, how can it provide shelter to anyone? So you remember previously Akaya sees the scene where the people are standing under the shelter of the tree, taking shelter under the tree, and now she says bonsai is it's like a dependent. It is dependent on someone. So when it is dependent on someone, how can it provide shelter to anyone? Okay, now, isn't it because of the difference in the way one brings up a boy and a girl that a woman's life is like that of a bonsai? So Akaya connects this bonsai life to the upbringing of boy and girl. Is it the way that we grow a boy and a girl in different manner? Okay, so we say girl, she should be only at home. Okay, whereas boy, he can go and he can enjoy his life, getting proper education and whatever is required, but not in case of girl. No. Okay, so is it the way because the children, both boy and girl, are grown up makes a difference? And Akaya says that a woman's life is like that of a bonsai. Okay, so Akaya says that the life of a girl is like bonsai, which means dependent. Okay, it's dependent. Clear? My heart was touched by Akaya's words. Just as one frees a bird from a cage to let it fly, I felt the urge to free the bonsai trees from their flower pots. It's clear, right? So Amalu was very much touched by the words of her sister, and just as one frees a bird from a cage to let it fly. Okay, when the bird is in the cage, it is like imprisoned. We are not allowing the bird to fly to its freedom, right? So Amalu she felt the strong desire to free the bonsai trees from their flower pots. Clear? So well students, here we end our part 2 bonsai life, and original title of this is Bonsai Bratukulu by Abburi Chaya Devi, and translated from Telugu by Alladi Uma and Yam Sridhar. Okay, I believe you have understood. See you in the next session. Till then, take care. Bye.